Hey guys, welcome to Gavin Gaming TV. Today we are going to have a look at a new game that's in beta, Naval Action. You can get it from their website, which if I remember, I'll put it in the link down below. And they'll give you a Steam key, obviously you purchase it. They'll give you a Steam key and you'll be able to get it from there. It is a naval battle game, but it's not modern, it's old school. So you're talking galleons and things like that, which is pretty cool. Here's all the types of ships that you can get. In a minute I'm going to links. And to unlock the next ones you have to do a certain amount of damage. That is apparently going to change in the future. But for the minute, that is how you skill up. There is going to be PvE eventually, so you can go out exploring, finding new things, discovering stuff, PvP battles on against computer control stuff and whatnot. There's PvP with light ships, there's PvP with mixing them up, and then Trafalgar is apparently massive PvP on like 20 plus boats a side maybe I think. But the PvP normally is actually pretty big and quite fun. And then you've got your dual one-on-one, you've got your statistics, your leaderboards. I don't know what the constructor is, to be honest. That's probably customizing. Oh, there you go, you can customize your big ships probably. So, let's get into the game and have a nosy. Not many on tonight. And the time to start is 150 odd seconds, so we'll wait for the timer to go down. There's 306 users and there's 37 battles going on, so hopefully when one battle finishes, a load more will come in. So, here we are in game. See, it's actually really beautiful graphics. I have this set to Ultra. Obviously it'll get better looking as it goes through. This is only in beta like. So it's in testing. As you see there, you've got your different shots for each side of your gun or of your ship. Either left, right, or port, starboard, back and forward, which is bow and stern, is it? So you've got your single shot, you've got your double shot, and then you've got your ball and chain, which is basically for taking sails out and whatnot, and then you've got your grape shot, which is basically like buckshot for taking down the crew. Now, as you can hear the whistles, I don't know if they're the correct whistles for it, but every time something's completed or something, they'll whistle for it, which is pretty cool. As you hear them there, the sound effects are pretty damn cool for this game, I've got to say. And you'll hear all the other ones firing away as well, which is pretty cool. So you can zoom in and out, swing around your ship, just see what's going on the battlefield, and then if you right click it brings you into the gun mode for whichever way you're facing. And I'm trying to get some long range shots in here just to try and get some damage on. Now there's no way to turn the sound down in game yet, so I'm commentating over this after I've already played the game, because otherwise you won't be able to hear me and I won't be able to hear anything either, because it is fairly loud, but it does get you into the mood. Now this must be during the Civil War, because it's French and British flags I noticed on the ships, so you're on one of either two teams. So this is just a PvP battles one at the bottom of the page, so on average there's around 10 to 15 ships per side. I think the Trafalgar one that I showed you before was even more ships. I think it's like 20 plus a side, which is pretty mental. But you'll see on this that some people just don't pay attention to what's going on. But the sounds are really, really good, and as I say, whenever they get the as the beta goes on, they'll start expanding it, and so you can sail around all over the place, which is pretty awesome. Now it's turned into a bit of a clusterfuck around here because everybody seems to be going the same way. So obviously it's always good to broadside your enemy. Now getting in a long line would be a good idea and everybody firing, but everybody's all over the frickin' place. So if you're an organised team, it'd be pretty awesome. I mean, you can type in the left hand side. Now if you see the bottom left hand corner, that is your sail, so how fast you're going. And you can slow it down by W and S, and you turn by A and D. You can do it even more complicated than that, but I haven't looked into the more complicated side of it yet. And then obviously on the right hand side there you've got your repairs and what the guys are doing, either sailing or they're concentrating on the guns or they're concentrating on surviving and stuff like that, so that's pretty cool as well. And then the top right hand corner there you can see what ship I'm looking at, and it'll tell you what damage there is on the hull and sails and whatnot, and then on the top left is my damage. The stuff at the top is more like debug stuff. And obviously in the middle is for the weapons and whatnot. So you'll see the whistle every time there's a gun, you know, set of guns ready, which is pretty cool. Now this little prat on the left here wasn't paying attention and sailed into me. He was probably too busy looking down his guns or something and just kept turning and turning and turning and just went right into me and damaged me. So you can actually ram in this game as well. Which annoyed me a little bit. I think an enemy ship ram... oh no, it was an allied ship rams me later on, you'll see that, get a bit of a kick in. I see I'm in one of the smaller ships, I think he's in the smallest one. Which is the wee yacht. But all the smoke on battle's pretty cool. So you can imagine it gets pretty smoky when you're in between all them bigger ships. It's firing away. Which you quite like. Well, these battles do go on for quite a while. There's an hour time limit on them. So I don't think I'm going to show all of this because it's like another half an hour on top of this already. So, but you see that, and obviously you can spin your boats around where everybody uses just broadsides and fires. Some of the larger ships have cannons at the front and at the back, so you know you can chuck maybe great shot in them or the chains, and then have your side ones for everything else. Now, the normal ball shot that I've got in there is pretty good for distance, and obviously when you double it, it shortens it quite a bit. So you'd rather be close up for that sort of thing, but you want the larger ships for that, because in this little ship you just get pounded whenever you get too near the big ones. But as I say, it is damage. You know, the more damage you do, obviously the quicker you're going to get to your higher ship. I'm not sure how long this has been out for. I've only heard about this game in the last 4 days from putting up this video, and I only got it a day ago, so I had a quick blast on it and then I put this video up. But it is really fun. The wee green circle you see there is how long it's taking the guys to do whatever they're doing, swapping from one thing to the next. So it is fun. There is a wealth of information on there. Obviously you can use the chat for all or just your team and whatnot. But it's good in these situations just to keep looking around, you know, don't focus on the target. Just keep looking around to make sure you're not going to hit anybody, you're not going to sail into anybody, or there's nobody sneaking up on you on the other side. Because these are pretty big battles, and they're actually pretty big play areas as well from what I can see. They're not full play areas obviously. I think I do run into a border later on. But they are fairly big and it is quite fun. So I'm going to use the magic of editing and get so we're a bit closer into the battle here. So here we are, a bit closer to the fight, not a great deal closer, but a bit closer. I mean, you don't want to be right up against them unless you're going on large ships. But you can see I'm spinning around there. When you're in these closer battles, you've got to keep looking around to make sure you're not going to hit one of your own teammates or anything like that. and it can get a little bit hectic when you're like this, so I think I'm trying to get a couple of shots off on the guys at a distance there. I actually sunk the guy that was going past there and managed to get him. He was pretty badly damaged already. He did fire a few in my direction, but I managed to actually kill him. So I got one sink in, which was good. But I get decimated in a bit. Now, on the left hand side, the bottom left, where you see the ship and the direction and that, whenever you get badly damaged and you're actually leaking, that'll fill up with water. Now, depending on how badly damaged you are, depends on how quick it fills up. And obviously then you can go across to get your sailors to start repairing the leaks and whatnot. It is sometimes hard to gauge where your shots are going to go because your boat is bobbing up and down and it's rocking and stuff, which I like. It adds a little bit of chance into it and a bit of skill. I think this is right till I hit the edge of the screen, so I was spinning the boat around here to get it. On the bottom right there, you can't see because my logo's there, but there's like a wee mini map as well. This gives you a slight idea of where stuff is. Well, this guy on my left's coming at me, so I'll take a few shots at him and actually hit him quite a few times as well, so I should get some good damage points for that for unlocking the next boat. Probably within an hour of play, maybe a couple of hours of play. There you go, get him hard, but he's also hitting me pretty hard. Then you can see my damage on the top left there. But you know, maybe an hour or two, you'd end up with the next ship up. So it would take a good few hours to actually get one of the bigger ships, which is cool. You don't want everybody with them straight away. But you know, your little ships can support the big ones by zipping in and out and damaging the other ships. I think if you hit them just below the waterline as well, it actually helps to sink them, which is pretty cool. And you can hit the back end of the ruzzle. I near on destroyed his back end on that shot, so you know, that's pretty cool. I thought I might as well take a shot at them as I'm guns are ready. But this guy comes right at me, no attempt to get out of my way. Just ram straight into me, and he actually sinks me. Was it? Oh no. Yeah. Now you see the bottom left hand corner there where my thing's filling up with water? He's obviously penetrated my hull. And I'm sucking water in like mad. Now I never noticed this. So I actually go down and sink in a minute. There you go. I actually never noticed he'd hit me. Now whenever you die, you can either exit out and find another match, or you can skip through the bolts and have a look. So I rotate around the bolts here and have a nosy. This Muppet was sat at the beginning for some reason, so that didn't help. We were a ship down. And then we flick through, and you can see some of the damage on his sails where the shot has gone through the ball. He's in pretty good nick because he's running. I think he has a little bit of damage on his boat here and there, but I think he was fighting them two behind him, and he's now running for his life. It's quite amusing. So, you know, don't go off on your own. It's basically what I'm saying in this game. You know, stick with the rest of the armada and just plough cannonballs at everybody, which is fun. But the graphics are beautiful. It does look really impressive. There's one of the larger ships now. Obviously I think that with the more guns you've got, the longer it takes to reload them, obviously. But you have got more crew, so hopefully they'll get better at it. But the graphics are really nice. It does look fun, and it's a nice change having old ships in sea battles instead of having the frigging great destroyers and stuff like that, you know, that they have today. So it is more fun having the older stuff. And it gives a bit more element of skill to it. You see he's got quite a bit of damage on that left hand side, which will be port, if I remember right. Well, you know, the wind direction is important for sails, and you know, your speed and whatnot, and the rocking of boats. The big boats I don't think rock quite as much as our little ones. But I say the little ones can rock in and out and do some big damage. like how the sound changes depending on how far away from the battle you are. So it does sound like thunder from a distance, which is pretty cool. You can see when the large ones fire, there's a lot of rounds come out of it and a lot of smoke, which I actually like. It's a really good atmosphere. But he's getting drilled by somebody. So, there you have it guys, a look at Naval Action Beta. I'll be doing some more videos on this in the future because it's actually a really fun game and quite interesting. As I say, if you remember, I'll put a link down below in the description so you can have a look at it for yourself. And purchase and come into the beta. Runs pretty well for a beta. Didn't really have much problem with it. All the lobbies seem to work and stuff like that, so the options are a bit limited at the minute, but they'll get around to that. So thanks for watching this quick review guys, and all the usual stuff, go to my Twitter account, Facebook page, join all of them and you'll get information about upcoming games and my machine and whatnot. So thanks for watching guys, and see you around.